we're back to learning CSS. Let me talk a little bit about the inline block. It's not a property, it's a value of the property display. And it's a little bit different from inline and block elements. Let me show you how. I've got this simple paragraph, a lorem ipsum placeholder text. And I'm going to add 3 span elements with a different class each time. First one here, $. I'll make it a class inline. And this is the default state, but let me target this anyway. I use the class selector. I set the display to inline and it's not going to change anything. But if I make this, for example, block, you could see that this already works, so we can select this element. For us to make it visible a little bit better, I give this a background color, maybe yellow. And now we can properly see it. Next element, I pick this Vero. I make it a span class block element. I use the class selector .block, set the display to block and the background color to yellow. I've already talked about this so far in my video about the display property, but I haven't mentioned the inline-block value. Let me add that to maybe the ipsum right here in the next sentence. Should be this one. Yet again, span tag class equals quotation marks inline-block. Now I select it. I set the display to inline block and the background color to yellow. At first glance, this looks like the inline element. But the difference comes into play when you want to adjust width and height of this element now. So let me use width and height here for the inline, which was the $. I'll make it 100 pixels, and for height, let me make it 50 pixels. That should be enough. When I save and refresh, it doesn't change anything. So $. Still looks like it did before. Let me add the same to ipsum. And now this looks different. Even if I make the height for the inline elements, so our $, like 500, very big, there is no change in appearance. But for the inline block, there is. And this is the difference between these two. So inline has a default width and height, and this can't be adjusted. It's defined by the element, in our case, the text $. And the inline block, it can be adjusted. So here you have the freedom to give it manual width and height. And by the way, the block can also be adjusted, just as a side note. Let me get rid of this part for the inline. It still looks like it did before. Try it out yourself. I hope this video was helpful. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you next time.